Hey, I'm back. This is Chandler for Melda Production, and today I'm just going to show you how to make a kind of riser maker or an effect that opens a filter that you can use to make build-ups and other things. You can use this on any audio source, and it's fairly easy to do, and once you do it once, you can just save it and use it on any other project. I'm going to do this in MWobbler, but there are a few other plugins you can do this with. Specifically, I'm going to use MWobblerMB. So let's open that up. You have it here. I put it in creative here. I'm going to use the multi-band version for reasons you'll see in a second. I'm just going to put it behind this just because I have a limiter on here in case things get loud. So the first thing I want to do, I'm just going to create one band. We're going to do this one at a time. It's going to be simple. I'm going to go here and go to default. I'm just going to bring this resonance down to around 30. That's what I think sounds good. You can use a 12 decibel per octave or 24 decibel per octave low pass filter, whichever you think is good. And I'm going to bring this down, let's say around like 200 or so. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to assign this to a multi-parameter. So I'm just going to take this, I'm going to click clear and learn and move this all the way to the top. When we get done, we're just going to name this and we'll just call it open or whatever you want to name it. I'll set this right at 200. You don't need to do that, but I just felt like it. And we'll set the default at 0. Cool. You're wondering like, okay, what did we do here? If I bring this down and then I'll turn this off so you can hear this. This is a song I put out a while ago. So it just sounds like this. If I unbypass it, it sounds like this, and we'll just manually open it by clicking it and dragging it. Now, that's pretty cool, and there's lots of things we could do with this. And what I want to do also is add a high-pass filter. Now, there's a few ways I could do this. I could actually just do this with MWobbler, the normal one, and just engage the second filter here and change this to a high-pass filter. But I'm going to use another band. So I'm going to click this insert. This is going to split it by frequency. We don't really want that. What we want is have this in serial. So it's going to go from the first one, which is our low pass filter, into the second one, which we're going to add a high pass filter as soon as we set this to default. I'll set this the same way. The resonance at 40, this is going to give us kind of like a hump, and we don't really want that. I just want it around 30, so it should be fairly smooth. I'll do the same thing. We're going to switch this to a 24 decibel per octave high pass filter, and we'll start all the way up, and we'll go down to, I don't know, maybe 500 is good. So we're going to go back here and we're going to click learn. Make sure you don't use clear and learn, just learn. Bring this down to maybe, I guess 500 is good. Around that. Now, if you look after we turn it off, it moves as well. However, as we move it up, you see the frequency is going up, and we don't want that. What we want to do is for a second one, in band 2, invert it. So that way, when I move it up, it goes down. Actually, I might have messed that up, actually. It might have been good before. I want at the bottom, completely open. Am I on the right one? That's one of the tricky things when you do this. Sometimes you switch between them and you're like, wait a second, what was I doing? I know what I did. This one shouldn't go all the way to the top. I want to start at around 500. Let's just erase this. So we can start all the way over. Pretend I didn't mess that up. We're going to start at around 500 or so, like this. I'm going to click learn here, and I'm going to bring this all the way down. I get confused sometimes with these low pass and high pass filters. So that way, when I reverse it here, click invert for filter 2. As I do this, it's going to become more open and let those lows in. So let's hear this to make sure it sounds all right. And of course, you can just leave it someplace in the middle if you want, kind of like that old radio effect, or maybe it sounds like it's coming from another room. You can do whatever you want. But basically with this, we can automate that and have it open it up at whatever rate we want or wherever we want. So you can make it fast, slow, etc. So this is a really cool effect, and we could just, save it here. Boom, we have our preset, and you can just open this and use it on any project. I think that's good, but let's just take this a little bit further. Maybe you want something a little bit more interesting than just it opening up like this. This is fine for like something basic, but if I want to add a little bit of maybe color and interest to this, let's add another band here. Since this is serial mode, it'll go from the first one, low pass filter, high pass filter, into this one. We're going to set this at default also, and let's try to do something interesting. I'll set this also as a low pass filter, and this time, instead of hooking it up here, let's just have it work with an LFO, sync to tempo. So actually, let's start here. I'll leave the resonance, bring it down here, and let's put some movement on it. Move the resonance up a bit, and I'm going to bring this frequency down, and I want to bring this all the way up. Let me see if I solo this band. This will work well. And what I want to do here is use this LFO that's contained inside here. I'm going to sync it to tempo. Now let's sync it to, I don't know, let's try 1 bar perhaps. Maybe that's good. If you're wondering, like, where can I see the LFO? Where it says shape here, just click this. It'll open up and you can see what it's doing. Now with this, it should just be a normal LFO. Can't really hear that too well. Let me see. Oh, that's why. This needs to be open. Okay, but of course, this LFO is probably boring. You're like, why would I ever want to do that? Even if it's faster, it's not that interesting. What I want to use is a step sequencer here. So I'm going to move all these here, and then these last 2 beats, let's add something interesting, like maybe this, which kind of create like a pluck sound with triplets, and then here with maybe 16th notes or maybe 8th notes, like this. And make sure we turn this on. Let's hear it now. So with that, you're getting like some kind of rhythmic interest. And while that's happening, we can open this up gradually, like this. So this track is a little bit busy, so maybe it doesn't need that, but if you just have white noise, you can put this on here, or pretty much anything. Maybe if you had some kind of ambient sound, you could do that and really give it some like rhythmic interest and other things. So it's not just a simple riser. I use something fairly basic here, but you could do something much more complicated with the step sequencer if you wanted to. And of course, if you don't want to open this up manually, inside the utilities here, we have mods. So I could go in here and click clear and learn, move this. So now I have this in here. I probably don't want an LFO. Let's take this, sync it up for 8 bars from the phase to 0. This looks like a saw wave, but what we want to do is actually make a riser. So we're just going to take it and invert it. And now you see it's going up. So when I play it now, it sounds like this. If I turn it on, make sure you do that. There you go. Of course, it starts over, so you have to be a little bit careful of where you put this on here. I would probably, instead of using that, I would just use automation, but sometimes you might want something like this to repeat, so that is an option there. There's lots of things you can do with this. I use this 24 decibel per octave low pass filter, but you can try it with other things, like maybe the diffuser sounds a bit crazy here, like this. Seeing here, you can get some really like wacky sounds with this. So try this out yourself with some different things. And obviously, if you have maybe like white noise or something, that might sound really cool with like a comb filter or something. There's lots of different options in there with all the different filters and things in here, and you can do some really creative stuff. So if you like this, give me a thumbs up. Leave me any questions or comments down below, and be sure to check out all the other plugins at meldaproduction.com. Till next time, see you.